Archer Aviation is developing electric vertical takeoff and landing eVTOL aircraft for urban air mobility networks. Their stated mission is to make transportation more versatile using their safe, sustainable, and quiet eVTOL aircraft. They have unveiled a production model named Midnight, with its unique 12-tilt-6 configuration that allows it to be efficient during takeoff and landing as well as forward flight. It's designed to carry up to 4 passengers plus a pilot for short-distance trips of around 20 miles. Archer Aviation has flown far and shows promise to keep soaring, but will also take a look at factors that can produce turbulence on the path ahead. The overarching plan involves 2 lines of business. Once they receive necessary certifications for their eVTOL aircraft, Archer UAM, which is a direct-to-consumer aerial rideshare service initially operating in select major cities, and Archer Direct, selling their aircraft to third-party operators. On the way to making these plans a reality, the company is working towards FAA certification so they can enter commercial service as soon as possible. Midnight aims to provide safety, low noise levels around 45 A-weighted decibels, and sustainability with 0 operating emissions. They are committed to sourcing renewable energy wherever possible and continue to optimize their aircraft design for manufacturing and certification purposes. To this end, Archer Aviation subsidiary, Archer Air, received a Part 135 Air Carrier and Operator Certificate from the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, allowing it to operate eVTOL aircraft commercially. This achievement is significant, as Archer is now one of 2 air taxi manufacturers globally to have obtained this certificate. Additionally, Archer previously received its Part 145 certificate enabling specialized aircraft repair services. The completion of these certifications paves the way for Archer's commercial eVTOL operations once Midnight receives its type certification. Archer's Midnight eVTOL aircraft also successfully completed a critical transition flight, marking a significant step towards commercial viability. The Midnight model, one of the heaviest eVTOLs to achieve this milestone at around 6,500 pounds, is designed for urban air mobility and can carry up to 4 passengers plus a pilot for short-distance trips. Following this achievement, Midnight's flight test program will proceed with simulated commercial route flights to prove operational readiness. As well, the final Powered Lift Special Federal Aviation Regulation, SFAR, was released by the FAA. It is a key operational piece of regulation for the industry's commercialization of eVTOL aircraft in the U.S. Archer commented that SFAR aligns with their planned approach to commercial operations, pilot training, and its Midnight aircraft's operational capabilities, providing the company with a clearer path to commercialization. In terms of partnerships, there is a purchase agreement with United Airlines for up to $1 billion worth of aircraft. The mix between selling aircraft and using them in their rideshare service will be determined based on factors like capital needs and market demand. Until they bring their eVTOL aircraft to market, they plan to use existing cash for design and development efforts. Archer has already received a $10 million pre-delivery payment from United Airlines for 100 eVTOL aircraft as part of their purchase agreement from 2021. This deposit is meant to support the airline's goal of reaching carbon neutrality by 2050 without relying on traditional carbon offsets. United Airlines sees eVTOLs as an innovative tool for enhancing customer comfort, convenience, and efficiency within city commutes. Archer has recently completed the preliminary design review for its production aircraft and is now moving forward with development and commercialization stages. Archer and United Airlines also plan to launch the first air taxi route between O'Hare International Airport and Vertiport, Chicago. The service aims to provide a safe, sustainable, low-noise, and cost-competitive alternative to ground transportation in Chicago by 2025. Initially focusing on airport-to-city center routes, also known as trunk routes, Archer and United plan to expand to branch routes connecting surrounding communities. ComEd, the Midwest's largest utility company, will work with United and Archer to establish power infrastructure necessary for eVTOL aircraft operations in the Chicago area. Additionally, Signature Aviation signed a memorandum of understanding to develop air taxi services at major United Airlines hubs, including Newark International and Chicago O'Hare airports. The partnership aims to electrify Signature's network of over 200 private aviation terminals globally, giving Archer access to key metropolitan areas in the U.S. and worldwide. This will be supported by Beta Technologies' UL-certified CCS rapid charging systems capable of charging a variety of electric transportation modes at airports. Similarly, Southwest Airlines and Archer signed a memorandum of understanding to develop plans for electric air taxi networks, using Archer's eVTOL aircraft at California airports, where Southwest operates. The aim is to create a safe, low-noise, cost-competitive transportation option with no direct emissions that can transform urban travel by replacing car commutes with 10 to 20-minute electric air taxi flights. This collaboration could potentially offer Southwest customers an airport transport service that saves time and streamlines the door-to-door passenger journey. Archer also plans to launch an air mobility network in Los Angeles, aiming to change commuting, traveling, and leisure activities for Southern California residents and visitors. The network will include vertiports at strategic locations such as the Los Angeles International Airport, LAX, Orange County, Santa Monica, Hollywood Burbank, Long Beach, and Van Nuys. By 2026, passengers should be able to fly in Archer's Midnight aircraft from a nearby vertiport to their chosen destination within the network, offering a time-saving alternative to ground transportation. The company also announced collaborations with the Los Angeles Rams and the University of Southern California for potential exclusive vertiports and converting USC's existing heliports for Midnight and other vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. Partnerships also extend to include contracts with the U.S. Air Force, potentially worth up to $142 million. So far, the U.S. Air Force already paid Archer an initial sum, which is expected to be the first of several payments made to Archer. This initial payment relates to the delivery of a mobile flight simulator, which both parties will use for pilot training, assessing flight controls, improving personnel's understanding of Archer's eVTOL aircraft capabilities, and enhancing public awareness and engagement with this technology at various events. Further deliverables are underway, including sharing wind tunnel testing reports, project-specific certification plans, and subject-specific certification plans. On top of that, Archer delivered its inaugural Midnight aircraft to the U.S. Air Force for evaluation under the AFWERX Agility Prime contract, which could be worth up to $142 million if certain conditions are met. The delivery follows the U.S. Department of Defense's acceptance of the Midnight's military airworthiness assessment, enabling AFWERX to perform government-directed testing. The Midnight aircraft is anticipated to offer a safer, more cost-effective, and quieter alternative to traditional internal combustion engine aircraft, potentially enhancing rapid response and operational effectiveness for a broad spectrum of military tasks. Other progress related to military aviation involves Anduril and Archer in an exclusive partnership to jointly develop a hybrid VTOL aircraft for defense applications targeting potential programs from the U.S. Department of Defense. The collaboration will combine Archer's rapid development of advanced VTOL aircraft using existing commercial parts and supply chains with Anduril's expertise in artificial intelligence, missionization, and systems integration. Though when Archer signs into contracts involving military and defense, they must consider potential risks associated with selling to governmental organizations, such as new or changing regulations leading to increased compliance costs, withheld payments, or reduced future business if non-compliance is found. Fluctuations in public sector budget cycles and funding authorizations impacting demand and payment. Unfavorable audits potentially causing a halt in product purchases or legal issues. Manufacturing requirements limiting the company's production locations, and difficulties gaining certifications or clearances. In regards to building infrastructure for manufacturing their eVTOL aircraft at scale and cost-effectively, they're focusing on developing a component supply chain by leveraging existing suppliers for non-differentiating components and expanding their supplier portfolio. Additionally, they have completed the build-out of production facilities in San Jose, California. Advantageously, Archer received significant sales and used tax exclusion incentives from the California Alternative Energy and Advanced Transportation Financing Authority, CAEA-TFA. The incentives are part of a $117 million project to expand Archer's advanced manufacturing facilities in California. This investment will allow Archer to enhance its electric powertrain and aircraft production capabilities with an expected benefit of approximately $10 million over time. In addition to major partners like United Airlines, Archer has established a key strategic partnership with Stellantis to aid in the commercialization of their eVTOL aircraft industry. Stellantis provides manufacturing, supply chain, and design expertise, while United offers aircraft operations expertise. The companies have also formed a joint eVTOL advisory committee with United for maintenance and operational standards. Archer's partnership with Stellantis secures around $400 million to scale up production of its Midnight eVTOL aircraft. The collaboration is expected to allow for the manufacture of 650 eVTOLs annually at Archer's Georgia facility through 2030, starting in early 2025. The goal is to achieve a production rate of 2 aircraft per month by the end of the same year. This follows an earlier $55 million equity investment by Stellantis and Archer, along with $230 million raised in equity capital since Q2 2024 from investors, including Stellantis and United Airlines. Specifically, Archer has entered into a memorandum of understanding with Stellantis subsidiary FCA US LLC to scale manufacturing of its Midnight aircraft. The agreement involves the issuance of Archer's Class A common stock to the Stellantis subsidiary based on incurred labor and capital costs, as well as potential additional warrants leading to the purchase of up to 5 million more shares. The partnership is part of Archer's strategy to expand its manufacturing capabilities and market presence in the aircraft industry. Not too long ago, Stellantis invested $4.99 million more into Archer Aviation, Inc., acquiring 751,879 shares of Class A common stock, so that Stellantis now owns a significant portion of Archer Aviation, with 60,486,841 shares owned directly, including 7.5 million shares held by its subsidiary Stellantis Europe SPA. The investment is part of Stellantis's broader diversification strategy and reflects growing interest in the aviation sector. Although Stellantis is more well-known as a global automaker, it contributes capital and advanced manufacturing technology, expertise, and experienced personnel. Other promising developments heading into 2025 relate to Archer signing a memorandum of understanding with Future Flight Global for the potential sale of up to 116 Midnight eVTOL aircraft worth $580 million. This deal could significantly expand Archer's presence in the air taxi market globally. The strategic alliance will focus on ecosystem development, infrastructure planning, regulatory engagement, and customer demand generation. Archer's CEO noted that the partnership with Future Flight Global could bring significant growth potential and global reach. With the urban air mobility, UAM sector's total addressable market projected to reach $1 trillion globally by 2040 and then $9 trillion by 2050, offering a potential solution to urban transport challenges caused by ground-based ride-sharing intensifying traffic congestion in cities. That's why Archer signed a framework agreement with Abu Dhabi to speed up the launch of commercial air taxi services in the United Arab Emirates, UAE. The collaboration will involve a multi-hundred-million-dollar investment aimed at setting up in-country manufacturing, operations, and training for Archer's Midnight aircraft. This partnership is part of a larger effort to transform urban transportation within the UAE and globally, with vertiport construction and operational enablement being key components of the collaboration. The agreement also includes plans for local workforce development programs and the establishment of Archer's international headquarters and center of excellence in Abu Dhabi. The agreement involves the Abu Dhabi Investment Office, ADO, which will aid in coordinating the launch of commercial operations and includes Abu Dhabi Airports, AD Airports, Falcon Aviation Services, Etihad Aviation Training, the General Civil Aviation Authority, GCAA, Global Air Navigation Services, GANS, Global Aerospace Logistics, GAL, and the Integrated Transport Center, Abu Dhabi Mobility. The partnership follows a previous agreement with ADO to accelerate the commercialization of air taxis and is part of the Smart and Autonomous Systems Council SASC efforts to promote advanced mobility solutions. Likewise, Archer Aviation and Soracle Corporation have signed agreements to bring advanced air mobility services to Japan. Soracle plans to launch electric air taxi flights in cities where ground transportation is hindered by traffic or geographic barriers using Archer's Midnight aircraft. Up to 100 Midnight aircraft will be ordered, totaling around $500 million. Various flight routes in popular areas such as Tokyo, Osaka, and Nagoya are planned. Archer and Soracle will work with the Japanese Civil Aviation Bureau to obtain necessary permissions and certifications. The Midnight aircraft offers safe, sustainable, and low-noise transportation alternatives, capable of traveling up to 150 miles per hour and carrying up to 4 passengers with carry-on luggage. In general, market opportunity is mainly focused on high-density metropolitan areas where early eVTOL aircraft operations can take place, meaning aerial ride-sharing operations are susceptible to various factors due to their concentration in large metropolitan areas. These factors include infrastructure, economic, social, weather, and regulatory conditions. The launch of their service is subject to necessary approvals, making it particularly vulnerable to adverse changes to local laws or regulations in these markets. Additionally, operations could be disrupted by labor relations issues, utility or communication problems, or challenges with obtaining charging infrastructure. And although remote, there's also the risk of contagious diseases spreading due to high-volume travelers and densely populated areas. Natural disasters, severe weather conditions, and potential terrorist attacks further increase the vulnerability of their operations. Then, although the market for eVTOL aircraft and UAM services is projected to be large, it remains undeveloped with no guarantee of future demand. Factors impacting adoption include regulatory requirements, public acceptance and perception of UAM as a beneficial alternative to current transportation methods, and access to necessary infrastructure. Moreover, Archer must consider the risks associated with forming strategic relationships or entering into joint ventures or minority equity investments for the production or operation of aircraft. These alliances could result in sharing proprietary information, non-performance by third parties, increased expenses, and potential negative publicity. The company acknowledges that identifying suitable business relationship opportunities may require significant management time and resources, and acquiring or licensing additional assets or businesses could disrupt their current business strategy. Additionally, acquisitions or licenses might involve substantial cash outlays, potentially dilutive issuances of equity securities, goodwill impairment charges, amortization expenses for other intangible assets, and exposure to unknown liabilities of an acquired business. Something Archer specifically notes as a possible concern is their reliance on third-party partners for supplying and storing parts and components needed to manufacture aircraft. These risks include potential delays, disruptions, quality control issues, and changes in tax incentives that could negatively affect production timelines and revenues. Along with the challenges of managing supplier relationships, replacing lost manufacturing capacity, and dealing with potential disasters or public health crises that may impact supplier facilities, as well as concerns about compliance-related penalties and loss of import privileges due to violations by suppliers or service providers. Then further down the line, Archer's revenue growth will depend on its ability to enter international markets and expand into new market segments such as defense or logistics and cargo. This expansion is subject to various risks, including the need for significant investment before seeing returns, competition in less familiar environments, and challenges in establishing partnerships with local companies. The company may also face challenges adapting to new markets, understanding local customers, and addressing technological requirements unique to each market. In terms of competition, Archer outlines 3 categories: ground-based vehicle transportation services, other eVTOL manufacturers and UAM service providers, and existing incumbent aircraft and helicopter charter services. Key competitive factors against other eVTOL manufacturers include eVTOL aircraft performance, cost of service, manufacturing capacity and efficiency, and customer experience. They also need to hire the right talent for designing, developing, certifying, and commercializing their eVTOL aircraft. In this regard, the company explains the importance of distinguishing their products and services from competitors in order to effectively compete and generate revenue. Factors affecting effective competition include speed to market, strategy execution, product and service quality, pricing, and customer support. Differentiation based on innovation, performance, brand name, service, and price is crucial. However, established customer relationships among some competitors may hinder market penetration efforts. So while Archer has made immense progress and shows continued potential, it is still sensible to be cautious of the unique risks in this emerging industry and those unique to the company. For more on Archer Aviation and other companies, follow Ascencore. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.